And this is a Smuggler's song by Rudyard Kipling. If you wake at midnight and hear a horse's feet, don't go drawing back the blind or looking in the street. Them that ask no questions isn't told a lie. Watch the wall, my darling, while the gentlemen go by. 25 ponies trotting through the dark, brandy for the parson, baccy for the clerk. Laces for a lady, letters for a spy, and watch the wall, my darling, while the gentlemen go by. Running round the woodlump, if you chance to find little barrels roped and tarred, all full of brandy wine, don't you shout to come and look, nor use 'em for your play. Put the brushwood back again, and they'll be gone next day. If you see the stable door setting open wide, if you see a tired horse lying down inside, if your mother mends a coat cut about and tore, if the lining's wet and warm, don't you ask no more. If you meet King George's men dressed in blue and red, you be careful what you say and mindful what is said. If they call you pretty maid and chuck you 'neath the chin, don't you tell where no one is, nor yet where no one's been. Knocks and footsteps round the house, whistles after dark, you've no call for running out till the house dogs bark. Trustees hear and pinchers hear and see how dumb they lie. They don't fret to follow when the gentlemen go by. If you do as you've been told, likely there's a chance you'll be given a dainty doll all the way from France, with a cap of Valenciennes and a velvet hood, a present from the gentleman, along o' being good. 25 ponies trotting through the dark, brandy for the parson, baccy for the clerk. Them that ask no questions isn't told a lie. Watch the wall, my darling, while the gentlemen go by. The next poem is by Walter Crane, who was a British artist and book illustrator, and is considered to be the most influential children's book creator of his generation. He lived from 1845 to 1915, and this is a portrait of him as a child by his father, Thomas Crane. The Lazy Housemaids by Walter Crane. 2 maids killed the rooster, whose warning awoke them too soon every morning. But small were their gains, for their mistress took pains to rouse them herself without warning. Laziness is its own punishment. And now I'm going to read Coltsfoot and Larkspur Speedwell, also by Walter Crane. He manages to pack a huge number of flower names into this poem, and it was beautifully illustrated. You'll notice that the start is like a horse race. Coltsfoot and Larkspur Speedwell by Walter Crane. In the race of the flowers that's run due, as the hart's tongue pants at the well, and the hound's tongue laps the sundew, here's Venus comb for maiden hair, while kingcups drink belladonna, glad in purple and gold so fair, though the deadly nightshade's upon her. Behold London Pride, robed and crowned, ushered in by the golden rod, while a floral crowd press around just to win from her crest a nod. The foxgloves are already on, not only in pairs but dozens. They've come out to see all the fun, with sisters and aunts and cousins. The stitchwork looked up with a sigh at bachelor's buttons unsewn. Single daisies were not in her eye, for the grass was just newly mown. The horsetail, scaped from wolf's claw, rides off with a lady's lages. The friar's cowl hides a doctor of law, and the bishop's weed covers his graces. The snapdragon opened his jaw, but at sight of Scotch thistle turned pale. He'd too many points of the law for a dragon without a scale. Little Jenny Creeper lay low, till happy thoughts made her gladder. How to rise in the world she'd know, so she climbed up Jacob's ladder. Sweet William with Mary Gold seek heartsease in the close box border, where starched in their rough stiff fold Dutch dahlias prim keep order. Narcissus bends over the brook, intent upon daffodowndilly, while Eyebright observes from her nook and wonders he could be so silly. A lance for a lad 'gainst King's spear when the bugle sounds for the play. A lady's mantle flaunting there is the banner that leads the fray. Knight's spur to the lady's bower to seek for the lady's slipper. 'Twas lost in the wood in a summer shower when the clownswort tried to trip her. Toadflax is spun for butter and eggs. On a lady's cushion sits Thrift. She never wastes or steals or begs, but she can't give poor Ragwort a lift. Queen of the meads is Meadowsweet, in the realm of grasses wide, but not in all her court you meet the turbaned Turk's head in his pride. Fair Bethlehem's star shineth bright in a lowly place as of old, and through the green gloom glows the light of St. John's wort and nimbus of gold. But the hours of the sun swift glide, and the flowers with them are speeding, though love in a mist may hide when time's in the garden weeding. There's traveller's joy to entwine at our journey's end for greeting. We can talk over sops in wine and drink to our next merry meeting. And now I'm going to read a poem for those who sometimes struggle with their computers or other modern devices. It's called My Typewriter, and it's by Edward Dyson. He was an Australian journalist who came from a very literary and artistic family. My Typewriter by Edward Dyson. I have a trim typewriter now. They tell me none is better. It makes a pleasing rhythmic row, and neat is every letter. I tick out stories by machine, dig pars and gags and verses keen, and lathe them off in manner slick. It is so easy, and it's quick. And yet it falls short, I'm afraid, of giving satisfaction. This making literature by aid of scientific traction. For often I can't fail to see the dashed thing runs away with me. It bolts, and do whate'er I may, I cannot hold the runaway. It is not fitted with a brake, and endless are my verses, nor any yarn I start to make appropriately terse is. 'Tis plain that this machine-made screed is fit but for machines to read. So, wanted as an iron censer, a good sound second-hand condenser. We do hope you enjoyed listening today. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and share with friends and family. Thank you. Goodbye.